Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about something real simple, but something we all have to define in our retirement life. What's really, really important to you in your retirement life? The seeds for my simple living retirement, I didn't think about it until the other day when I was down in my basement. I saw my old backpack sitting there and I thought, yeah, I'm going to share this with people. We all have defining moments in our life, and this was one of those that kind of defined me as far as direction. Didn't change me immediately, but it changed the way I thought about things a lot. So bear with me for a minute. There is a point to this message. As a young man, like in my 20s, I used to do some hunting. Squirrel, rabbit, grouse. I got a deer once with a bow, and it was fun. Now, just before everybody freaks out on me, I just didn't kill them. We ate everything I shot, and that's fine. But I figured out after I got my deer, and I was deer hunting for like 3 days in West Virginia, and I got a deer with a bow, and it dawned on me while I was sitting up there in that tree stand for those few days that I just enjoyed being out there much more than I liked to hunt. So after that, I decided I was going to start backpacking. Well, things got in the way. It's called life. Kids came along, job situation changed, our financial situation changed, and we were struggling. So everything got put on hold until about I was about 40 years old, and I was making some money and I had some free time, so I thought, well, I'm going to start backpacking now. So back then, 30 years ago, the internet was in its infancy, to say the least. There wasn't near the amount of information there is now. So I bought a couple magazines, bought some books. I knew about what I wanted to do and what I wanted to carry. So I did. I studied and bought a bunch of gear, bought a backpack, bought a sleeping pad, bought a sleeping bag. Now you have to understand something about backpacking. If you eat it, drink it, sleep in it, sleep on it, sit on it, cook with it, filter water with it, you have to carry. Okay, that's fine. I was a strong guy, 6'7", 240. I was very physically fit and very strong. So I thought, well, I can do this. Well, my first pack, before I left home, I weighed myself with the pack and without the pack. It was 42 pounds. Now, that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but trust me, when you're going up and down hills, it's a whole lot. So I went to Shawnee State Forest in Ohio, and they call it the Little Appalachia, and I found out why. Well, I started hiking. And I was having fun until the first big incline came up, and then it started to be a struggle. And they don't have there's no creeks or anything in the section I was in, so I had to filter water at a cistern. They had cisterns in intermittent places along the trail, so I could filter my water. Well, I got to the first one about 6 miles in, and I was almost out of water. I had about half a liter left, I guess, and the cistern was dry. They had not filled it. So I thought, well, it's about another 4 or 5 miles to the next one. I said, I can make that. So I made that. Up and down hills, sweating through everything, and it was not a fun time. And this whole time I'm thinking, why am I carrying such a heavy pack? Well, I got to the second cistern, and it too was dry. So there I am. I'm 10 miles from my van, literally 10 miles from my vehicle, out in the middle of nowhere with no water. It's about 90 degrees that day. So what do? So I turned around. I found a forest road, and I knew which way the highway was, and I just started walking. I finally made. Long story short, I finally made it back to my van, and but it taught me a lot about what's really, really important. Well, fast forward 10 years when I started taking. I'd gone. I slowly got rid of this equipment and that equipment, and did without. So my pack towards the end was only about 20 pounds. Was I comfortable all the time? No, I wasn't comfortable all the time, but I'll tell you what, it sure did make the journey a whole lot easier. And the point of this whole message is if you want to enjoy the journey, you need to figure out what's important to you. What baggage are you going to carry? What baggage are you going to use to make you feel comfortable? And what baggage is going to hold you back and keep you uncomfortable? And those are the things that we need to get rid of. And it's going to be different for every person here. And I just want to give you just wanted to give you something that you can think about, see what's important to you. I'd like to hear in your comments things that are important to you, baggage perhaps that you've gotten rid of in your life, and no snide comments there. And I just don't want you to go through the rest of your retirement life wasting days. So focus on the things that are important to you. Let go of the baggage, and life will be a lot easier, and a lot more simple, and a lot more enjoyable. But until we meet again, I'm going to continue to press on towards the goal.